facility, and that's because they've just never seen it before. Most other zoos and animal parks just don't have the facilities to show off this awesome behavior. And you don't usually see it in nature documentaries because wildlife photographers just don't want to scuba dive with wild tigers. Well, we think that's probably a wise decision. Now here at Discovery Kingdom, we noticed our younger tigers would take their toys into the water, dunk them under the surface, and dive in after them, which gave us the idea to train for this naturally occurring behavior. Kumu was the first tiger to ever be trained to do this here at Six Flags, and in order to train that, we would just take a piece of meat, put it in the shallow end of the pool. He would be reinforced with putting his nose under the water and grabbing that piece of meat up. Slowly but surely, we moved that meat deeper and deeper in the water until finally he's diving like Akasha is today. After Kuma, Odin, our older white Bengal tiger, learned this behavior just from watching Kuma do it, and he became world famous for diving. That's right, you guys can give her a nice big round of applause. She's doing a good job. As I said, Odin, our older white Bengal tiger, did learn this behavior just from watching Kuma do it and became world famous for it. So if you've ever seen a picture of a white tiger diving underwater for meat, that's Odin right here at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Since then, we've trained 5 tigers to dive like Akasha, but Akasha is the very first female tiger here at Six Flags to learn how to dive. Now this is a very good indication of how tigers do use the water in the wild. And this makes tigers a far more successful hunter than if they only hunted on land. On land, the tiger is only successful about 1 in 20 tries, but when using the water, that number goes way up to about 1 in 5 tries, and that's because the tiger's prey simply wasn't built to be in the water. Tigers are typically hunting small animals like sandbar deer and pigs, and these animals have small spindly legs, and when chased into the water, the tiger has the clear advantage. Tigers are natural-born swimmers. They have those nice big 4 paws, each about the size of a dinner plate, and they all have individually webbed toes, which as you can see make them excellent swimmers. So if you're ever chased into the water by a tiger, just don't go in the water because they will beat you. Now looks like Akasha's not quite done yet because she's coming back in the water, you know, with a nice big splash from the front row. A lot of people don't think that there's a splash zone in a tiger show, but you know, there is a giant pool of water here, so there you go. As Akasha grabs those last few pieces of meat and heads out of the water, let's give her one last big round of applause. I did mention earlier that our tigers here eat about 600 pounds of that raw meat every single week, and that's about 5 to 10 pounds of meat per night per tiger. And our tigers eat all that meat about 6 nights a week. And on the 7th night, our tigers here are fasted, which is a very important part of a tiger's diet, as a tiger in the wild would never eat a full meal every single night. And it's very important to a tiger's digestive system to have a day or several days in order to fully reset itself. Now we don't want our tigers to be empty-pawed on that 7th night, so they do get a nice big bone to chew on, which also serves a very important purpose in their diet. When a tiger kills its prey in the wild, they eat all the muscle and internal organs first, and then they save that bone in order to clean their teeth. So our tigers here at Six Flags do the same thing. Now our next 2 tigers are getting pretty big, bad, and ferocious from eating all that meat, but they're not quite there yet. Would you guys like to meet the youngest members of Odin's Temple of the Tiger? Oh, you guys have to be more excited than that if you want to meet the youngest members of Odin's Temple of the Tiger. That's more like it. Now our newest additions will be out here in just a second, and they are our 1-year-old Bengal tiger cubs. Now this is Farouk and Kismet. They are a brother and a sister, and they're almost 250 pounds each, so they are rapidly growing. Now both of these tigers are in training right now, and you saw Akasha swimming, and that's one of the things a tiger needs to learn to do. They do know how to do it naturally, but they do have to get comfortable in the water, just like you or I. Humans are natural swimmers, but we have to get more comfortable in the deep end of the water. Our tigers do the same thing here. Now Farouk, our little boy Bengal tiger, is getting used to being in the shallow end of the pool and going deeper and deeper all the time. So we're going to see if we can get him in the water and show you a new behavior for him, and that's just a good example of just how well tigers actually can use the water and can swim in the deeper water. Now that Farouk has gotten used to being in the deeper end of the water, he actually does swim pretty well using those 4 large paws, and as I said earlier, about the size of a dinner plate with his individually webbed toes. And he has to learn to kind of trust the deeper end. This is a newer thing for him. So he's learning to go deeper and deeper in the water. And as you can see, he's stepped in and showing you just how well tigers actually can swim. That's right, you guys can give him a nice big round of applause. This is new for him. That's a good boy, Farouk. Good boy. And here at Discovery Kingdom, we use operant conditioning through positive reinforcement. So as he gets done with this swim, we'll give him this nice big piece of red meat because he did a great job with that swim. And you guys can go ahead and give him another big round of applause because he did such a good job. As I said, these two are in training right now, so they will continue to run around the stage, interact with the trainers, and maybe even get in the water a little bit more as well. So if you would like to stick around and get a